wonderful, witty stuff you were doing.
Yeah, and that's like if you look like I was a bit dejected, that was it really, because I was like really into it, and then like I put a load of effort. I was just spent by the end of it. I'd already, you know, she was moaning, she was groaning, and then like 10 minutes later, it turns out because she was in pain, she weren't really enjoying herself. Or you look back and the cat's been clawing at her socks. Rather than you, like, smashing the granny out of her.
Ooh, hang on. Some of your face has disappeared. Let me sort this window out better. Oui, monsieur. Something, something, something. And all that jazz. What did I do? Bounding box size. Grow. I did something to make you guys fit in, which I can't remember what it was. Unless it was part of the cropping. Ah, that's better. I think we've got you shrinking down a bit now.
Yeah, it's the little control bit.
Yeah.
Or something, control shift or something.
Oh, I don't know. I've just done some cropping stuff or something. I'm getting more of the bottom half of you in now. This is better.
Yeah. Oh, I can lower my.
No, it's okay. We had you. I had to mess around with when the NJ was on as well. Right. Well, we are live. Excitingly. No.
So we can try and chill out and catch up, and this is what I romantically call fluffing. Whilst how you be? Why are we back here? Who are you?
Well, let me ask you the most important thing. Have you talked to Frank today, and how's his head?
He's all right.
Is he?
He called me back earlier. I spoke to him twice today. So.
He's still alive. He hasn't died of alcohol poisoning yet.
No.
Can't be far off.
I am shocked and horrified at how okay he is.
That seems unfair. Given that amount of brandy going down there.
I know. Like, guy's a machine. Right, so I do /host, and then I do @currykitten.
So, okay. But I'm writing this down. I'm actually taking notes here. You're going to learn something today.
Yep.
/host at.
I don't know whether you need the
username. I'll find out next time. So on Wednesday, which will be your turn to host, I am corrupting our daughter further by taking her to see Book of Mormon in London.
Really?
Yeah.
My God.
She's 14 now. She can handle it.
I can't seem to auto-host you.
No!
At all.
But we pick up users from you. This is not fair.
How do you spell host?
OST.
Yep. There you go. Right, I'm now hosting you.
Cool.
Live on Twitch. Playing
Broken Sword. featuring the cast of Hello Hello.
Oh man, fucking hell! Like I can't spell. SOWARD.
SWORD. Sword.
SWORD. With the cast of. Is it just LO, or is it actually got a H?
It's got an A, as in Allah, Allah. A bit like how Tony does his races, hello, but without the H.
So what is it? ALLW.
No, just ALLO. Did you never watch that seminal series?
No, it's because I can't spell because I'm retarded.
I seem to remember Vicky Michelle being quite hot at the time when she was young and in that.
Yeah.
And they always used to run around in stockings and suspenders. It's a bit like Benny Hill with accents, really, thinking about it. Should have thought back to that.
Yeah. God, back when you could used to be able to do stuff like that. You know?
I mean, we had a comedy show featuring Nazis. I mean, there's a lot of comedy in Nazis. It's just untapped.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, are you talking about living next door to the Hitlers or whatever it was called?
Oh well, that failed, didn't it? But Hello Hello had Nazis in it, and they all used to do their little comedy.
No.
Have you not seen it?
God, a very long time ago.
So
I mean, I have got grandparents.
It was the fact that you had the French people, and they were being occupied by the Germans, and the Germans were all sort of these corrupt guys trying to go round to steal the painting of the Fuller Madonna with the big boobies. And there was even an SS man there called what's he called? Van Klopp or something. They all used to have comedy names. But yeah, it was never, nobody got their head shaved for coercing the Germans or stuff like that. Or, you didn't see any Jews being burnt, of course, but they still managed to put Nazis in a comedy show.
Fuck, she is really into spenders all the time.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, man. I'm just looking at the raunchiness of it.
It was super raunchy. It was a BBC One Saturday prime time as well. This used to go out.
Never used to be able to get away with that sort of thing.
And they used to
so much better with her hair down.
What I liked about it as well is it was never like, oh, we were having sex in the room. So they'd go into the room with the Germans, and then her and the other girl would meet each other on the balcony, and they would say, "Oh, I'm exhausted." And they say, "Yeah, my celery's all gone limp." So it's like they were inferring they were just spanking them with celery and stuff. It's just crazy stuff. That's what I liked about it.
That is quite funny. But, hell, I'll have you know. Why is there a fish in a newspaper?
What are we going back to the game, or what are you talking about?
No, I'm watching Hello.
I don't know.
Random bits, and she gets in a Nazi uniform as well.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
There was all this stuff. And
the leather jacket and
they had the leathers.
I didn't get away with this.
Everybody used to sort of get into underwear.
This is pure filth, Curry.
You ought to watch a couple of episodes.
I don't feel so bad about my after chat and the discovery of my dildo drawer now, because I was really worried that you were like, oh my god, I found out what Jack's really like. But no guilt now. Back to more filth.
You can't call Hello Hello filth. It's like a national institution.
If you say so. Right, what's going on?
All right, well, welcome back to the people that may watch this later on YouTube, because no one's watching us live right now because they've got better things to do. We are playing Broken Sword 1, and we're about 2 hours-ish in, and we've uncovered a few clues. So we saw the explosion. We've kind of tracked down some stuff about this clown. and I think what we found is we found some name in a jacket, didn't we? And that took us to like talking to the tailor on the phone. What I can't remember is the last conversation we had with our French lady
No, dear.
because we were all
Have we
chatting.
got a transcript?
No, should we go back in and see if we can talk to her again? Maybe that will work.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, it's fine. We'll catch up. I pick up games after 20 years all the time. We'll work it out.
What do you think I should do next?
Oh, handy.
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I guess so.
The hotel. We've been there already.
Have we been to the hotel?
That's where we got talked to the guy, didn't we? Well, let's talk to her about stuff. See what we can find out.
I showed you the red nose, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, she's not gonna make this easy.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always
Yeah, she
make
gave
a
that
mistake.
to.
This is the tool I use to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary.
Well, she's got some sass.
Well, I had a job to do. Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
Did I show you this tissue?
Yes, George. I asked you to get rid of it.
Okay, let's try calling someone.
May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Maybe we'll get an idea talking to the. I think it was the Taylor guy we talked to last, wasn't it? And I can't remember what he said.
You threatened him or something, didn't you?
No point in phoning that guy again.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, we're a bit stuffed now, aren't we? Right, let's try and go out and look somewhere, see what locations we've got.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for
Hotel
crowds,
Ubu.
George.
Don't worry, I will.
So that seems like the place to go.
Very well.
Hotel Ubu it is.
I've got a girlfriend now.
You have?
She's called Rosemary.
How's she smell?
Delicious.
Oh, yeah, look, it's a new location, Hotel Ubu. I'm instantly thinking, did you ever watch? I can't remember. There's certain sitcoms, and I don't know what the studio was, but the end credit was this dog holding a frisbee, and it said "Sit, Ubu, sit," which I immediately think of when I think of Hotel Ubu. Oh, this is different. What we got going on? He looks shifty. What do you think? A couple of wise guys here. Should we talk to them?
Well, isn't. Yeah, maybe.
This is a proper spiv-looking guy. Look, he's got the pencil moustache and a lot. And this guy, don't trust a guy that flipping a coin. This is
I know.
bad mojo.
It's Legs and Bruiser,
Excuse me.
and we're hit.
Yeah?
Dramatic pause.
Bloody hell.
All right then. What should we ask about?
Seen a clown?
Yeah, let's
What
go.
about this dead guy?
Let's go with a clown first.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
So we got comedy Italian accent this time.
Isn't he supposed to be looking after, like, looking out for... What was it, a forest pixie?
Oh, what now?
Well, the clown had two different changes of clothes, didn't he?
Yeah. So he's not dressed as. He hasn't been dressed as a clown since the first explosion, but we seem
Yeah,
to
but no,
insist
he's like-
we're asking about a clown.
Yeah, we're asking for a clown, but the other costume he rented was like a forest pixie or something. I can't remember.
I can't remember that either. Let's try this guy. Have you seen this dead guy?
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No.
Oh, we
That
actually know his
makes
name.
Nothing to me.
I think we found out his name, didn't we? And then we got this is the inspector, isn't it?
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
Oh no, this
I
is
don't.
It's very important I get to
this
see
is the
it.
guy we think
I
rented something.
told you. I don't know it.
Oh no, it was his outfit that went to the tailors. That's it.
Mm.
All right. Well, let's hit him on the
Have
nose.
you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No. I never saw it.
Should we try shaking hands? I feel like we should antagonise him as much as
Will
possible.
you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
We're not getting
In
much from him,
sewers.
are we?
It's almost as bad as the buzzing thing that he's got.
Forget it.
Yeah, he's hopeless. Let's try this guy. Coin spinner.
Excuse me.
Heads or tails?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, hey. Yeah.
No.
We have
You
ragu
happen
for
to know a
dinner.
guy named Khan. That ain't nobody I know. I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain.
The levels in this game, do you know what I mean?
They're all over.
They're not, yeah, they're like,
But don't you like it? It's like they hired this one guy and said, how many voices can you do? I can do 16 voices. Go through them. I can do French. I can do Italian. I can do somebody who wants to be a mafia guy.
You ever meet a
Sorry.
guy called Plantow? No, I ain't. You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Now see this, you guys.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown? No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you? I've seen daytime television that was funnier. I love it when the little guys get hyped.
Get height.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Plank in the kisser. Let's try one of these.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph? Is this a trick question? No, I simply asked if you recognized him. Okay then. Nope, I don't.
Okay.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before? Nope.
I think we got hostile witnesses here.
Shake my hand. Nah. Oh, rats.
What's the point of having this fun thing?
See you later. Not if you see me first.
All right, there's a sign to read here. Let's
see,
have a look.
Frank is alive. He's in chat.
Oh yeah,
Time.
he was scrolled slightly off my screen, obscured by you. Oh right, I was trying to look at this. What's it say? Wait, just shrug his shoulders. Can you not read?
Yeah, he can't read French, can he?
It's all in
the
French.
time to read French.
Uh,
Can't wait for Broken Sword, the VR edition.
ahoy,
oi,
ahoy.
oi. They're probably going to do a HD version, aren't they?
They've done the remake, so I got the remake on Steam as one of these cheapo things where they've upped the graphics and they've put an extra little chapter in at the start. But I wanted to play the original because that I felt was the best experience. Relive the old days. Not that I can remember anything about this now.
Let me guess, the beginning chapter was a
Hi
tutorial.
there, ma'am.
No, it's from Nico's point of view.
Hello.
Oh, hello!
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Because it's multicultural, Frank. We've just had the Italians outside, now we've got the British person.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use.
Come on,
It's
say
on
it.
the tip of my tongue.
Oh, beautiful.
I
What a
believe you're
setup.
thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Classic.
What a beautiful setup that
Come
was.
across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling, Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
The sound is so off.
What, in terms of...
Like different days, yeah. It's like,
Well, I like her.
Is he one with
oh.
the gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
I think she's one of these randy old grannies.
Well,
Like
did
in
you
Happy
not
Anfield.
hear-
Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not, he was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin.
Oh, look. We've got another dick check in.
I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead.
Hemel Hempstead gets a mention again.
Until last night.
Are you alright, Jack? You're yawning and you keep doing this. So either you're doing really bad farts and you're hiding, or we've got you on a tired day.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit, but I want to be here. I am. I've been a bit ill, so I'm a little bit like. So,
Have another brandy. That's what Frank does.
that's what Frank would do.
What
I'll,
happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Sturbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
Couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for.
Oh, that
all
was
my
completely
life.
different.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
I like her. She's my favourite character so far. I think the levels are wrong because to get in the method for this, somebody wandered around the table like, oh, blah, 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 and the microphone was in the middle. So as she wanders away, drunkenly wandering around telling the story, it all changes.
It must do. Oh, it's so bad.
This is 20 years old. They didn't have microphones then. They just had to speak into a can with like a string coming out of it. That was their way of recording. Yeah.
It's the wobble and.
While you're yawning, I'm pressing the button again.
Hang on, let me go get a drink.
All right.
His name is Merlin.
Merlin.
Hang on. Oh, bear with me.
All right, we're bearing with.
Terrible.
That's a brief interlude while Jack gets a drink to keep him awake. Hopefully with a couple of spoons of straight coffee in it. Frank, did you do anything exciting on your day off? Which wasn't exciting as we were planning, but still a day off at least.
I was going to do some Fanta, but then I decided, chocolate soya milk. So.
It's like you had me on the first word, but my interest trailed off after the soya milk.
Yeah, Yeah, I was. Well, I was gonna get some Fanta, but yeah, I went for the chocolate soy milk. So this might just finish me off.
Right then. Spent the day drinking tea and listening to podcasts. I hope our
Do
ones.
you know what this is?
Etiquette.
I need
I
to
bet
edit
with
it.
a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Good heavens, are you trying to alarm me?
It's true. He uses the name Khan.
Alright, she doesn't know much.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
Ooh,
She
we got a hit.
represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
Alright. Spurned her.
Would you like to shake my hand, ma'am?
Now, George, there's no need to be so formal. We met as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
We're never going to get to
Social
use
golf.
social golf. We're never going to get to use that hand buzzer.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Oh, okay. Podcast was bad. I thought it was a good podcast actually last night. We got some actual really interesting things. I was blown away by just the amount of training and research they were doing to like get the best they could out of racing.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that Clark chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Okay.
I'm
Are
just
you
waiting
sure
for
you
her
saw
to go.
Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Sorry.
Yes,
Hang on.
Carl, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
Right. Sorry, Jack. You were going to say?
I'm just waiting for her to go. Oh, so and so.
What is in?
Oh,
Oh, George, really?
She loves it.
She's
Jolly good.
She's definitely a goer. This one.
I know.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
Oh,
I
she's-
have a spare key.
No, she's run out of stuff to tell us.
I have to go, ma'am.
All right, let's try this guy. What accent is he going to have? It could be anything.
Oh my word.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Beautiful.
Oh, here we go.
That is me. In
That's
person.
duh.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's interview him. Have you seen this
Do you know
dead
a
guy?
guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
Now, the guy that was reading this seems to think there was a full stop after every single word, as far as I can tell. This man was in Paris.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real
Other
glad to
trousers
hear
and
that.
other brands are available.
You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons
For pants?
for everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely.
Tony's in the house.
Cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you
Some
get them
moth in
too?
here.
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven.
Tony, it's not gay. That woman on the piano just made 2 dick jokes in 5 minutes. I'm not sure if Revolution is a UK studio actually, so it might be a UK game.
Do you recognize
Why
this
some-
man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
Why is the main protagonist a Yank then?
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know
Carry
where
on.
everybody's coming from. But it's too... Oh, hang on, I can hear an echo. Have you got your speaker on?
No, I dismantled it.
Where's that coming from then?
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Does he know him?
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people,
You know he's a killer.
of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Looking forward. Why are you going to put chopsticks or an octopus with 1 to 10.5 volts going through your brain? That's a confusing statement.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
It must have been written by someone that at least knows the UK, because Hemel Hempstead is too vague to... if an American wrote it, he would have said, yes, darling, I'm from London, because that's the only place that exists from the American point of view.
They, pin in the old UK map.
Yeah, maybe.
Then again, old Pokemon, they're using a new map, and it's of England, but it's upside down. A bit weird.
Now, I don't know. I'm looking at the stance of this guy, and I'm thinking we may have a comedy homosexual on our hands here. Let's find
Oh,
out.
he's filing his nails for a start.
Let's have a look.
Here we go.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
You talking about cottaging?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Okay, we've hit up on the problem.
What's rodents got to do with it?
How can we get into the safe?
Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur.
Not
There
a
are no
hotel, an
clowns here.
hotel.
If you say so.
Okay, let's try this.
Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
Frank, you're Tony's old enough to have played this the first time round. Everybody should have
Recognize
played
the man
this.
in photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
And Tony, surely you remember Hello Hello? I've just been explaining it to
The 12-year-old.
yeah, who was shocked by the amount of underwear on display, and it's really quite dirty in some ways.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm
Frank
of
knows
his
it.
hand.
Renee!
The jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, what's the chance of being able to steal
Thanks
that
for your
key?
help, buddy.
Let's just take it.
I was in by the window. Where's the Madonna with the
Excusez-moi,
big
monsieur.
boobies?
What? You are trying to steal that key, no?
No.
Wait.
It's not the Madonna with the big boobies, it's the fallen Madonna with the big boobies. Come on. Alright, so we can't seem to get the key. Let's try going upstairs, see what's happening. At least this is a more of a defined problem than it was originally. It's like, get something from safe.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Randomly opening doors.
The door was locked.
Now, Frank, what was the SS guy called? It was like Van Clamp or Van Stink or something. I don't know. Some weird name.
The door was locked.
The door was locked. Okay. We probably
They're
need
all
that
gonna be
key,
locked,
don't we?
surely. The key that
The
gets
door
us in.
was locked.
The door was locked. Now, I saw
That
outside.
balcony's a bit strange.
Yeah, it
is
kind
it?
of goes round, but really you can't get through that bit.
Can
No,
you
no.
not? Can you try?
No, we haven't got the beckoning symbol. No, not the one that says Klopp. That was... There were the two Germans. One says Heil Hitler, one says Klopp. But there was the guy all dressed in leather with the leather hat and the little tiny glasses, and he had the limp. And I can't remember his name. Because I was saying, like, oh yeah, you can make comedy about Nazis and SS people.
Can't you make a phone call to the place and he'll get the phone?
Oh, we can try that. I like that idea. See if we can distract him. And then grab the
Yeah.
key. We do not have the telephone number, but we could phone Nicole and see if Nicole says anything.
Oh no.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Her flick! Her flick of the Gestapo. Thank you, Frank. Did you have to Google that?
I never know with Frank because he knows everything and or can find anything out.
Yeah. Jack, do a Google image search for her flick, just to demonstrate the level of
Just a minute, monsieur.
the SS stuff they
What's
were
your
going
problem?
with.
No problem. If you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check.
Yeah,
Nothing
him.
to
We've
worry
seen him.
yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
I'm getting frisked.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Oh, okay. So what I noticed over here is there seems to be a bit round here and a bit round here. We might be able to get round into a window or something, perhaps.
What of the second floor?
I don't know. Or somehow distract. Oh, hang on.
Notice how I didn't say first floor.
Well done. Although in Europe, I guess there would be second floor, wouldn't it? Oh, I like the fact we came off that way and went in the other way. Right, let's go down here.
Continuity.
Yes, maybe there's just another sewer to explore, because we like sewers.
It wouldn't turn me on, Tony.
What, getting frisked?
No, hair flick,
A flick. There is,
all in leather and stuff.
there is the lever, of course.
Do we end up in the catacombs?
Doesn't see much about it, does there? I'm doing a sort of vague pixel search, but I can't seem to get any further up here. So we can go back down there, and that's about it.
Oh God, we are pixel hunting.
We are a
I
little
love
bit.
how it's got the comedy fish, and they call it Bellamorte.
We need some sort of like top cat or something to be eating that. It's like, oh, awesome
Yeah.
fish.
Well, he's in the bin. It's in his home at the moment.
All right, so I suppose we can look through here. Maybe we can get one of those people to distract the guy to get the.
I love how you
Thingy.
can peer in and see the guy turn the newspaper now and again.
Yeah, I love the fact he's just like, I was like, read the sign. It's reading. I don't do reading. I'm American. Let's try going back in. Okay, I'll try chatting to this guy again. We like her. She's funny. She's from
Hi,
Hammer
ma'am.
Hempstead.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
You've shown her all the things, though.
Oh no! Check it out.
Key.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Lovely.
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm hoping it's the key to Merlin's room.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
She saw straight through him.
He is, how you say, a homosexual.
Prefers
doing?
the company of men.
I say, you there, flunky.
Flunky.
Madame.
Listen carefully.
I shall
You
say this only
understand
once.
English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Yes, madame. What?
Over to
Bien,
you,
sir. I think
my
I might have
dear.
clicked on something to which excluded one of the little things. But hey, we got the key. Oh, I can look at this book as well. Look, what's in the book?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan,
Ah,
but the
okay.
name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Aha. Progress.
Flunky.
Oh, I
monkey.
love it. Do you love the walking? Hello, darlings. Right. Well, it doesn't tell us what room's what. So, what room's this?
The door was locked.
No shit. You tried the key? Key on the door.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Oh, okay. We're in. Who's excited?
I guess have a look at the papers.
Yeah. No. They don't activate.
Oh,
We've got this side thing. Flunky monkey.
sideboard.
Tried looking for a map or numbers. Well, we're just looking.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Those pesky French and their onions.
They get everywhere.
Okay, wardrobe.
Hello, Nelly Leroy. Oui, oui, popo.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Of what?
Camphor.
The hell's camphor?
Oh,
Frank, what's camphor?
I used to know, but
Why did you delete that bit as extraneous information you don't need anymore?
yeah,
Camphor.
camphor wood.
Fuel, isn't it? I don't know. Liquid fuel. Oh, hello, we can get out the window. That sounds like fun. That sounds like something normal to do.
Oh, you could.
Oh, look, we can get to another window. I guess. Yeah, let's go in there.
Yeah. Oh, the wardrobe's in a different place.
Right, let's see if this one also smells of onions.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
What, as in the bed was incriminated evidence, or...? We can look at the bed, apparently. Where are you going? Wants to get the right angle to look at it. Oh, hello.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
This guy's such a weirdo. He's the kind of person who, like, you catch sniffing your shoes.
Yeah. No, don't close it. Look inside it. Jesus, man, come on. Let's open the other one as well. No!
No, that's it.
I think
It's got a
we found a way to open and close the door, but that's not particularly useful. Oh,
animation.
hang on, look, it's pixel hunting. It's like, there.
Oh,
There was
fuck
nothing in the
off.
pockets of the pants.
The pockets of the pants.
Okay. So is that it? We got nothing.
There's got to be something here. That is a lot of.
Oh, no, don't do that
The
animation
bed was
again.
freshly made.
Yeah.
At least don't say it.
Yeah, I can
It makes-
click to get round
It
it.
makes us want to hurt you.
He does. He's the worst character in this thing. There's nothing else here. Why is there nothing else here? Look.
Do you need to go carry on a lot? Oh no, he's mentioning. Doesn't tell me anything about the killer.
No. There was nothing in the pockets. There was nothing anywhere. So
Under the bed.
no,
look,
it's just.
look, there's a suitcase next to the bed.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I see it. Oh, this is bad. That's really bad animation.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
It's going to hide in the wardrobe. Yep. Ooh,
Did you miss your chance?
I don't know. What's he doing? That's very brave of George. He's closed his eyes and hoped he'd go away. What did it get changed into then? Because there was nothing in the wardrobe. I'm confused. Okay, we've got a pair
No,
of
there
pants
was a
now.
pair of slacks. Like he was still wearing the clown trousers.
Slacks, eh? There's a word I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
What we got? Oh, stole his wallet.
Stole something else.
What we got?
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The
Oh, it
first
doesn't tell you what
was
they
an
are.
ordinary matchbook.
A matchbook?
No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Good clues. So,
They're not.
yeah, you were right about the briefcase. What we got?
Oh god.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Okay.
Ah, that was pointless anyway.
I think that might help us get the item from the safe if we got some ID now. More LOLO references. You're right. Gruber was he the one that said Klopp? I think when everybody said Heil Hitler.
The camp one.
All right. Let's go talk to this guy again.
I've noticed the key is missing.
What now, monsieur?
Oh,
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
so let's try shout. Is this the card?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Well, that's a pain. How are we supposed to get in there then? What's the matchbook?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Should we show him the key?
No, because he's gonna kick off.
Well, let's find out. I don't know what else to do.
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little ook to your
The
pocket?
little ook?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not especialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Get the woman. Oh, too late.
Well, I was thinking of talking to the woman anyway, see if we could get her to do anything about the safe or this guy. Maybe he can help.
Hello again.
Da. Yeah.
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Brilliant.
Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Thanks
Alright.
for your help.
Let's try the woman.
English ally.
She's good. We like her.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello,
George.
George. What can I do for you now?
Alright. Talk to her
I
about
got
these.
the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am. That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Hello, hello.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers. But he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
She's brilliant. She can. Let's just give up on George. I want to play this woman because she's much better. If there's a problem,
She gets shit done, like.
yeah, she takes no prisoners. Let's do it.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law.
Silly man.
If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Lady Piermont kicks ass. Oh, look at the walk. Beautiful.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
If there are any
What else
Chinese
you got
characters
left,
in here,
Piermont?
Tony's
I'd
gonna
like to
spiff in
offer-
his pants.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk
Green
had given me
hand
a tightly
common
rolled
now.
sheet of parchment.
Greenham
I
Common.
decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
So he wants to go to Nico's apartment. Okay.
But we need to get out. We need to talk to her in order to get out of.
Do you think we need to distract the gangsters with her?
Yeah.
Please come with me and help me in all things.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? All that fuss for a sample of wallpaper?
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all. You'd attract far too much attention.
Knob joke number 3.
I fucking love this woman.
I have to go, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna try leaving. I get the impression that this is gonna end badly, but
Yeah, do not leave.
well, I've just left. I don't think the game punishes you. I don't think it's like the Sierra Online games where it's just like you died now.
Oh, they can't wait to get their hands on you.
There. Search him again, Flash.
Run!
I'm being searched. Uh oh.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Oh, hello. Maybe I was wrong. We're gonna get murdered. Oh no! I did not save the game.
And he can't hold his breath for 8 minutes like Guybrush Threepwood or whatever his name is.
Oh no! We're back here. But it's okay because I think we can step through the stuff really quickly. I'll do some saving this time. Oh man!
No! Ah,
Jesus!
curry!
I didn't. I thought this was like a Secret of Monkey Island where it didn't murder us, but it does murder us.
It's a point and click adventure.
How many times can you die in Monkey Island? The answer is 0, no matter what you do.
Yeah, but then they learned their lesson because everyone was sick of this shit.
Oh man, hang on. I can get through the dialogue really quickly just by keeping clicking.
quote unquote,
Hi there, ma'am.
don't go through the door.
Oh, hello.
I'm
Okay,
looking-
alright.
For
You
what?
did say so, but you told me after I clicked it.
House.
Shut up.
a re-
Oh,
Okay,
I don't.
okay. Clicky, clicky, clicky,
beneath
clicky.
The black. You appear to.
Right, so hang on, I still need to ask her about this crap.
I'm looking for. That's correct.
What's the term? It's a
I believe what.
Come on.
pres-
Dick!
Have you come?
The time is
No,
Dick!
darling.
Kevin.
Dick on my
I
tongue.
love a
Organize.
good old rotary from a Filipino waiter.
No, darling. I need.
When I get
I-
the chance. That's why
You
I'm
need
with
it.
Richard,
It gives
which is
Daphne-
also
Well, I must.
has the
Look,
shortening
I
of the
would think
name
That was.
Dick.
What happened?
I
How's
being.
I don't, isn't William Dick?
I'm glad.
And if I.
Is William Dick?
Is it
Who was
William
the
or
guy who-
Richard?
His name.
Richard. Is Dick.
Do you recognize the
His
man?
little...
She repre- Mer-
Good. He's the man. That's the man who.
The man you know is.
What do
He's a murderer.
I.
Green
you
and
know,
Hot Common, by the way, was a
it was
USAF station
Something.
A bre-
in the
No.
Civil War.
The clerk put it.
Bill is William.
Are you
Ah.
sure you? S-
Yes.
Dick.
I wonder.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll
Thank you.
bet they have.
Talk amongst yourselves while I get through all this silly dialogue again.
Has Merlin?
no.
If I could.
Right.
I have to go now.
Okay, yeah. Talk to this guy quick. Come on,
Excuse me.
George.
You're that no.
Dom.
I don't want. You know.
I don't.
Do you know a guy?
I don't.
Oh,
Why? I have.
I'm.
Clown. Come on.
Have you seen a clown?
I.
The clown.
My pants marks. They are
I'm. You know,
in my
for pants.
for every.
Right. Then we go to.
Do you recognize? He calls.
Yes. Why do you
I'm a. What's your?
use an
You know.
of
Nearly
Would you
there.
help me?
that? I can.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. Over to this guy. I can't believe I was killed. Shows how bad my memory is about these things.
I want some.
Who are you?
I'm conducting a.
Ah, that is one. When people.
I'd like to retrieve.
Ah,
Safe.
I don't
Yada yada
your
yada.
pass.
I don't have.
I'm sorry.
You won't find.
I'm.
Come on. You can do it.
Do you?
No.
I'm looking for a.
This. They're on.
If you.
And
Do you
that
recognize
one.
them?
Yes, monsieur.
What?
And leave.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Try and steal the key.
Excuse.
What?
You are.
No.
Go back to the silly old lady. No, don't look at that. Just walk over here. What is your worst instance of not
Mine,
saving, and then how much gameplay have you lost?
Oh man,
Did you
like
distract the clerk.
I know.
Resident
Yes, I
Evil,
am.
getting pretty much to the end,
No.
I'm.
then
Well,
dying
shouldn't-
to the hunters.
That is the
And,
real old system, isn't it? You have to earn a.
Driven-
It was ink ribbon, and that in the original Tomb Raider, it was these little crystals, and you're like, oh, I don't want to save just in case, and then you push it too far, and then like, oh, that's 4 hours.
And
I say.
Ah.
You there?
today on the DS,
We.
the cartridge got ejected.
Good.
Oh no!
Classic.
Are you quite certain?
What are you playing on that?
The last window.
Over to you.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I wouldn't mind finding a good emulator for it, to be honest.
There's not bad DS emulators around. They seem to do the job alright.
wasn't the right room.
Shut up and get in there, George. So there was absolutely nothing of interest in this one, was there? So let's go straight out the window. Like every Resident Evil stream by Jack. Have you done this like midstream, Jack, where you've got killed and you're like, oh man, that's bad. I do think that's really. I don't like that style of gaming anymore. It makes me feel. I get stressed that like, oh, if I carry on, it's going to be bad.
That is what I liked, though.
You like the stress of it, like the risk.
Yeah. So.
Weirdo.
I mean, yeah. Well, it's the tenseness to the game, really.
Yeah. Then again, I find it too tense when it's like that. There was nothing in here, was there? But I suppose I should do the search again so we know there's nothing in there. Searchy.
Which would you rather have? Be honest now. 49% Scotland second referendum, 51% brass eye but Brexit special.
I want a brass eye Brexit special.
51% winning.
I searched the interior.
Oh goodness. Well, howdy now, neighbours. Hello, Canada Landude.
Yeah, I think that's my buddy Cole.
Canadian dude. Canadian dude?
Hey.
Is that what we're going for?
Yeah.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Elite speak. The old numbers.
Yes, as in L7EET. Yes, sir. Alrighty. Is he old enough to play this game? I'm going to save it before I don't save it.
No, he's 12.
Oh, he won't know what this is all about then. Right, we're saved.
I'm loving the names. Wardrobe.
Jack in
Need to
pain.
get creative with them.
Yeah. I just want to get to where we were now. This is really dodgy animation, and that texture on the trousers are doing bad things.
Moira, yeah.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually...
Get in the wardrobe then, come on.
I mean, that guy's clearly not drunk because he knows how pockets work.
And he actually remembers having phone calls. And how he got home. That sort of stuff. There was a time for 3D graphics and political correctness. I feel it was a better time. There hasn't been like 3 dick jokes from one old lady in any other game I can think of. And this game's knocking them out of the park with that one. Simpler time. True fact. Benny Hill was popular, and no TV presenters had been convicted for paedophilia. A different time.
This always
I
cheers
searched
me
the
up.
What's that?
It's Bill Bailey playing the horns.
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first, the
Yeah,
second.
we got it. Right, I should be able to go downstairs now. Or, hang on, I'm going to save again.
Now who's a scum saver?
I know, I'm so worried. I'm wondering... Oh no, we have to go downstairs and get the thing yet, don't we? We've just got the key at the moment. We haven't got all the pass. We still need to get the scroll thing. But I'm wondering if she can get out down a window, because otherwise that location of the side alley seems to be pointless.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk to this idiot again. Where's he gone?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22.
Oh, there he is. I cannot get over that walk. It's astounding.
What now, monsieur?
Yes, let's hope we don't induce the wrath of Khan. That would be bad.
Does this pass mean anything?
That
Right.
That's right. I want to see.
Skip dialogue.
You're making a.
Get the old lady to help us. Right then.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Good news, guys. We've just about caught up. Once we get the scrolly thing. Come on,
Hi,
lady.
ma'am.
Hello, George.
Hello, George. Right, we have got the
I
key.
got the key.
Great stuff. And
I found this.
So,
Uh-huh.
This
guy
came in the
probably
same
had-
era
I
as
showed the
Wolfenstein
past of him,
2.
but he wouldn't buy it.
This was
Scared.
1996, did I say?
follow me, George.
I think it's around that time. It was definitely... I can't remember if it was on DOS or Windows 3.1. Probably DOS. This was basically your alternative to sort of Secret of Monkey Island, LucasArts type
madame.
And this
adventures.
friend here show you Merlin's identification.
Indeed.
Yes,
What?
come on.
It is.
Here,
But
I am the... If you...
My.
one moment, please.
Frank, you're too young, you need to get older.
I know, he is little, isn't he, bless him, but he's wise beyond his
I
years.
haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham
I'm
Commons.
not sure, but I think I've
I
got
don't know what I
t-shirts that
would've
are
done
older than
without you,
Frank.
Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
I remember MS-DOS as being the icon on the desktop. In the good old days. See, you won't even remember what computing was really
Moving
about in the
into
80s.
American Alliance, but I...
The clerk. I decided.
C/DOS run, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when you went into DOS, you used to type Win to run Windows. But before that, you had, in the 80s, you had stuff like the Spectrum, where you had, like, I was trying to explain this to my daughter, when a computer turned on, it didn't do anything, it just booted into BASIC, and you had to start programming it, and that was about it.
Yeah, I remember on the Amiga, in order to get to the desktop,
The door
Yeah,
is
ha-
locked.
That's loading Workbench, that's a whole different thing, isn't it?
yeah, you had to put in a floppy disk to go to the desktop and then run stuff from there.
Well, on the original Amiga 1000, you had to boot the Kickstart from disk before you could then boot anything else.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I really miss an Amiga. I would like an Amiga, but everybody's charging an absolute fortune for them these days. Right. I was wondering... No, don't go anywhere. Could I jump down here or...
I had to go with rabbits v foxes.
It's not exactly giving me
Can
an
you
option
go
to
the
jump.
other way?
Uh,
Like,
Can I go past this bit? He doesn't seem to want to go anywhere, does he? Oh, hang on.
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Hmm. Can't find a particularly soft landing.
the trash?
Yeah, you can't. There's no...
I mean, rubbish. God damn it!
Die,
Playing
become
this
American. Boo!
No,
No,
on the first floor.
I'm doing my pixel hunt. I can't see anything other than
If I wanted my shins,
That.
Mama Stobart didn't.
I've got nothing I can use. Oh, I can see there. Secretary Bird. Huh? Oh, I use some old word processing. It was all CLI. Right. We can't tie anything from the bed, can we?
Don't mind me. I'm just quickly having a look to see if I can find a DS emulator.
Oh, there definitely are a few. I've got one on my... I've got one of those little Linux TV boxes that I use as a sort of emulator thing these days.
Is a pie like how much like how hardcore can a pie run DS games, or is it mind you, it's
I
running
think so,
two...
because a Pi can run SNES like perfectly. So a DS looks okay. It's just a bit weird in emulation because you've got the two screens and one's obviously operates as touch, and it's a bit
What now,
bit of a
monsieur?
strange situation. I'd like to get out the back door, please, but I can't find an appropriate icon for that one. Nothing.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Let's talk to this guy.
Oh, you gotta love SourceForge, didn't you? The most malware-looking thing to MediaFire.
Have you ever seen this old manuscript before? You know what it is, don't you?
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Well, that's not very useful.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Right, what's the chance of the old woman being able to move him on?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Hello, George.
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? Well, that fuss for a sample of wallpaper.
Oh, no, he's just
Some
going to make the
kind of
nod joke about putting it in trousers.
That's exactly what... I could roll it up.
No, no. You'd attract fuss.
Alright, hang on.
I have to go, ma'am.
So this is where we were. Let me do the old save point here before I forget. Duke Nukem. I never actually finished Duke Nukem.
I know, I really want to. As well, like...
Hail to the king, I think is what he kept saying, didn't he? Let's try calling Nicole.
Bonjour.
Can you come and rescue me?
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care.
Oh,
Remember,
the
that guy's
same
a
shit.
professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine. Hey, I've got something awesome to show you.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Oh my god, she
Surprise.
sounds like she's gonna...
Oh, I don't like mysteries, George.
I can't tell you just now, but I'll come show you soon.
Baby. Right, is there a way for me to get out of the back? That's the question. Because that's what I want to do. So I'm trying to hit one more time.
What now, monsieur?
Oh, we haven't got the options there. I wasn't allowed computer games, just Excel. That
Thanks for your
explains a
help,
lot.
buddy.
Okay. Do you think it's all about trying to get out the window? I don't think what else to do. Key. What if we could chuck the manuscript out the window or something like that? Then go retrieve it.
Yes.
I'm thinking logically now.
No, well, do you need to go by the window? Can't you just throw it out? Stood there.
I don't know. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Something lit up then. Oh, Pixel Hunt. Come on.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Oh, this sounds promising.
Mm. What about the other thing that you got? Because you got 2. Oh no, they only took that off you, didn't they?
Yeah. Yes, I have played King's Quest. That was... I don't think I've ever... No, I finished one of the Space Quest games once, and I think I managed to finish one of the King's Quest, but they were relentlessly difficult, and they had so many like insta-deaths to them. Have you ever tried them, Jack? If you try and play them on...
No, I've watched one.
Even if you try and play them on like a 386, because they were developed ages ago, it would run like 20 times too fast and things. There were some remakes, but all of the Sierra Online games I wasn't much of a fan of, I have to say. Starship Titanic, what the hell's that one? I don't think I've heard of that. Let's see if we can get past these guys.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Ah, yeah, I think I remember that. Is that like just a text adventure? Because there's also a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy game, which was a text adventure as well. Oh, John Cleese on the voice actors? Obviously not.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What?
Ah.
I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Let's go back and get it. Lack of animation, yeah.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Oh, okay. We don't even have to travel there. Success! I feel we've done a whole location.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
I can't save until the cutscene's finished, Frank. Bear with.
It's a medieval manuscript.
That's medieval, as the Americans call it.
Khan left it in the safe at the U-boat.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you will notice that style of cross is a Knights
Have you
Templar
ever heard
cross.
of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript
2
means,
knights,
it's
1
connected
horse.
to the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Cutscene, I guess.
This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim army. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never summoned the enemy numbers, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans.
We're listening, Frank. It's important plot stuff.
They fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition.
Yeah, heretics, burn them.
Were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there was
The levels might not be right on Twitch.
The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
Treasure of the Knight Templars was never found.
Ah, maybe that was...
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years.
Oh yeah, I played Heretic. That was like Doom with medieval
We're supposed to
weapons.
be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
We're gonna...
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Oh no, I don't want to take a look at it. Or maybe I do. What can we find about it?
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh.
Lobino.
Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
Hey. Oh, hello. What we got here?
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. There's a woman looking at
Yeah,
the
you're going to do
reflection.
the same thing again, are you? Okay.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum mea lux videbis.
By my teachings.
Before Snow White came out on video and DVD, they used to re-release it in the cinema every couple of years.
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Through
There's a
my
guy working
teachings,
on a
you'll be-
loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
Couple boxes.
There's so many places famed for weaving in ships. How are we going to pin that
There's
one
a guy
down?
with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
Alright,
What's that object?
object number 4.
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay. Oh, I want to show this just in case we get an address from it.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Alrighty.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
Off to the Kroon Museum we go.
Yay!
So let's do a save.
Right, I've got next week's properly set up. Man, you're gonna love me.
Does that mean you're going to torture me with something?
Oh yeah. I'm not even.
No clues.
Man. No, none. No, I'm gonna get you back so much for this.
This is a great game. You're loving it.
I know, I'm enjoying it.
So now we got to find a loom and the secrets.
Well, I got to work out what it all means. I guess we go inside. Oh, he looks like he's going to be helpful. Not.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobineau?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No.
Him.
I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobineau does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Don't, Tony.
Do you know
be
anything
useless.
about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Do you
Not
know
the
anything about
sausage.
medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No, no, no. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobineau.
And where's he right now? What if
Do
you
you
see this guy
recognize
there?
the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not. Thanks for your help.
This looks a little bit like that thing on the scroll, doesn't it?
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Lochmarn at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Can't spell that word, Frank. You're gonna have to figure it out. It's phonetically spelled.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Hang on.
Closet?
No.
It's a sarcophagus. I was no desecrator of tombs.
Where the bloody hell's...
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
Getting to touch the titties.
Well, we can't seem to find this bloke.
Thanks, Cole.
Is he in a different room?
Can you come towards us?
So come over here. There's no, like, walk to the ends. It's just like look at stuff. There was like another window over the other bit. Quick look over there. There's this room
The
here.
tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
Don't jump the gun here, George.
Calm your tits, mate.
Dude, what's going to be in this window?
I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and vaulting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
Well, that's not much use. I feel we haven't solved the issue here.
Yeah, because Ireland is basically Paris.
Yeah, it's all quite close. It's just up the road.
Yeah. Well, there's a fucking tunnel to England and a ferry to Ireland. How long could that take? Do you reckon that's well worth
Tried
an
to sneak my
LDO
hand
challenge?
inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
Look, the guard's gone.
Yeah, but I can't do any. I can't get in it. It doesn't give me the option.
Hey, no. No, monsieur. No.
What's wrong?
You must not enter the exhibits.
I'm sorry.
Let me talk to them again, see if I can get him to tell
Can
me
you
where
get
this
a
goes.
hoverboat to
Oui, monsieur.
the Isle of Wight?
You can get a hovercraft to White, yeah.
Fuck that.
I think that is the only commercially operating hovercraft still going now. The Isle of Wight hovercraft.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
Let's go do the horror. I want to do a hovercraft as well.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no.
Ugh.
That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Well, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
I don't even know what that symbol is.
What can you tell me about the collection?
That looks like the Iron Cross.
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
The Paris pot people.
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Yeah, oui, they cornered the market, cleaned up.
Can you shake
don't know
his
the first thing
hand?
about those pots, do you?
I might try that in a sec, yeah. Try and knock him out. I don't think
You'd like to
anybody's
shake
going to
my
go with
hand?
this hand
Not
shaking
while I'm
thing.
on duty, monsieur.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh no, I don't frequent places like that.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Not very well there, is
Thanks
that?
for your help.
Can I just smash it? I want to smash him. Smash this. He struck his shoulders at me. Stop taking spot. Anyway, it is midnight, and I know it's a lot of yawning. Do you want to call it for now?
Yeah, I mean, I yawn anyway.
Yeah, it's a bit tiring there.
Wiped out.
But we can. I'd like to pick this up again on a later date. Keep going. Get to the end and all that.
Can you? Is there anywhere to, like, hide or something?
I don't know. I don't think it's about. I don't know if we just need to ask the right questions because we're not even here to see him. We're here to see like a professor. I just need.
The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me.
Can you climb in the suit of armour? Oh no, that's Anubis, isn't it? Is it Anubis?
It looks a bit Anubis-y.
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
That's the suit of armour there. Can you climb into it?
Which one? This bit?
Oh, hang on. What was the gear on the thing?
The what?
The Tutankhamun esophagus, is that right?
Yeah, I can open it, but that's all I can do. And then he comes and starts.
So if you opened it, yeah, get inside it.
Yeah, but then he comes and scares you off.
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
I maybe we just need to do it with his walking away. So he's walking away now. As soon as we open it, he seems to get triggered, doesn't he?
Do you have a fetish about closets, monsieur?
Yes. That is the answer.
I just love the smell of mothballs, I guess.
I think you're right.
Sarcophagus. Esophagus is your body part. Didn't even realise I said that. Nah. No.
Come on,
No,
George.
monsieur.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep trying it in all different positions.
No, monsieur.
Boo.
Okay.
Alright, he's looking decidedly that way, isn't he? Come on, get in there.
No, monsieur.
Come on. I think you're right.
Okay.
It seems to be something they want to do. Come on, he's not looking.
No, monsieur.
Boo.
Okay.
What about the knight in the far right? No, you could just look at him. Now he's walking off this way. Get in now.
No, monsieur.
Gotta admit, for a security guard, he's quite good at
What?
noticing
Okay.
stuff.
So, who are we here to see?
We're here to see that like professor guy who doesn't seem to be here.
Have we got his phone number? Because that's the answer to everything in this fucking game. Is call him up and have a point.
No, he just said she gave us the address, but that's it. I wonder if he walks past this way and that will do it. So he's off screen as far as I'm concerned. So you can't say no, monsieur, if he's off screen.
No, monsieur.
Yes, he can.
Okay.
He's stood right there at the moment. Go on, go away.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur.
Could you go away?
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
Thanks for your help.
Can't seem to tell him something's going on outside. Can I put a red nose on something? No.
Sorry, I'm just looking. What batteries does the Tiny Hawk take?
I don't
No,
know.
monsieur.
I haven't got one. Is it a
Okay.
1S thing, the Tiny Hawk?
Yeah. Yeah, my mate just texted me.
Oh, hang on. There's a little thing came up here. What's this mean? Pixel hunting.
What?
We've got a little cog over here, I just noticed.
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Okay.
Can you go round the side? If you go out...
Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Ah,
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in
maybe he's
here?
going to close the window and that's our way of getting in.
Then dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
But the door open.
Yeah. Right, is he going to go and close the window? Yeah, come on, distract him. Get in there, George. Yay! Woo-hoo. There, what do we do?
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Oh man, we took all that time. Ugh. And that was not the solution, it would seem.
No, well, that is the solution, that there needs to be something else that happens, clearly. So, I'm guessing, because you said... Yeah, because you said you're meant to meet that guy. I guess he needs to be here. How do you summon him?
We got no way of doing it.
No, fucking hell.
Now, what did I tell you about touching the exhibit?
Shut up and go and close the window while I mess with your exhibits.
Was it you can touch all you want so long as your hands are clean?
Not quite, monsieur. It
I'm
was
trying to set the
do
alarm
not
off.
touch, not ever.
Oh yeah, that was it.
I've opened the window. Go do something with it. Come on.
Don't open it. Remember, the...
Yeah. It's open. What are you going to do? Yes, I can't touch the box because he keeps heading me off. I need to wait for him to go and close the window.
As I reached toward the display case, a shrill piping filled the air. I froze, then tried to get myself together and act nonchalantly.
I haven't got a mouse cursor to do anything, just in case you're wondering.
Okay.
No, monsieur. No, no.
Okay.
Oh man, I couldn't run and hide.
Don't open it. Remember, the burning...
Shut up. Open the window.
Oh, fuck off.
Don't open it.
Is the guy round the back, you know, outside?
Yeah, I can't travel anywhere. Right.
As I reached toward the display,
No,
I
I
froze.
can't. I haven't got my mouse pointers to do anything.
No, like, this is futile.
Yeah.
Just head outside.
I still can't head outside because they want to stand there,
No, monsieur.
quietly doing
No.
nothing.
No.
Okay, okay.
Is there? Can you throw something at the box whilst you're waiting by the sarcophagus?
No, I can't stick for anything. So there's
Oh,
nowhere. There's
it's-
nowhere to move around here.
Can you leave and go to the charcoal grill?
Well, let's see if there was an option. Cafe de Jean Le Vert. Was that a new place?
No, that was the original cafe you were in, wasn't it?
That was Rue Jarry, wasn't it?
Oh, well, go there then. No, the cafe.
What was Rue Jarry?
I don't know. Go there.
We're at an airport. Why is that there now?
Go to Island.
You can actually... You can go to Ireland at this point. That's
Oh.
weird. Diddly 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 dee.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Lochmarne. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
Right, which is a good place to stop because it is bedtime. So I'm going to stop it there.
That has blown my mind.
But the fact
Oh.
that suddenly there's like, oh yeah, you can go to Ireland if you want
No,
to.
name it interesting names. Name it one bus a day. But we got here, so it's okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh, fuck. Curry, this has been awesome. Thanks. If you're around tomorrow or Sunday, give us a shout.
Will
I'll do
do.
more of this.
All right, thanks for
Cool.
watching, everybody.
Thanks,
and
guys.
we will catch you another time.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, and I'm going to have to forcibly make OBS stop again because it doesn't want to play.